and this is my composition and rhetoric class, and I'd like to show you through this class what Blackboard can do for me and for my students, something that I appreciate greatly. You see here my lessons and assignment page, so I'm able to build my lesson plans in and easily change them at any moment just by editing. Very quickly I can do that at any time. I'm going to go into the course topics and units page, and you can see here that I've built in the units for my year, and students, because they are self-paced in my blended learning class, can go into any of these units and work on their projects. I'd like to show you some of the tools that are available in Blackboard that I find particularly valuable. One of them is the use of the blog. I think blogging is important. I am a blogger, and I think it's a good way for students to express their voice, but I'm not necessarily convinced that I would like my students to blog outside the school community, because Blackboard is a gated community. My students can safely write their blogs and share them with members of the class, and as you can see, I have different types of blogs here that the students can complete, and we learn about how to safely do that. We also have the journals feature, which I use to have students share their ideas about reading. We do readers' response through journals. And we also have wikis, which is something that we're working on right now. Wiki is a way of collaborating on research and storing it. And my students are doing the research project on everything they need to know about the college of their choice. And they brainstormed categories of research, and they collaborate with each other and store them on the wiki so that they can use it to create a video presentation of their journey in learning about the college of their choice. A wiki is a really good tool for students because they'll be collaborating online once they get into college, and I think this is a good way of teaching them how to use that responsibility wisely. Speaking of tools that you use in college, I enjoy the discussion boards feature in Blackboard. What I really appreciate, and which I'll show you in just a moment, is that you can build a rubric into any of these tools. So I'd like to go into the grading feature and show you how that works. One thing that I like about Blackboard that's different from Google is that I can grade an assignment, and unlike Google, when I finish the assignment it disappears. In Google I have to hunt it up on my shared drive, and then I have to get rid of it, which is kind of a pain. This actually lets me know how many I have left to grade. Here you could say I have 2 of this particular assignment. The other thing that I like about it is that I can build a rubric directly into my assignments, and I can grade the student using the rubric that I created. I can modify that rubric at any time by going into the tools feature and finding rubrics, and as you can see I have a lot of them. I can share these rubrics with other teachers and with other classes, and they also can modify them, and I can attach them to any assignment. One tool that I especially appreciate about Blackboard is the use of Safe Assign. Safe Assign is a quote checking service, and so it shows us when a work could potentially be plagiarized. It shows us the source, the original source that quotes come from. And that includes other student papers, not just online sources. And I use this for all the assignments, but I use it as a tool for the students so they can check their own reports and fix it, because I don't want to ding students. I want them to learn from the experience so they don't do this when they get into college, or worse yet, in their jobs. Blackboard offers us this feature, and I find it very valuable. And then lastly, what I really appreciate about Blackboard is the ability to use mashups, and particularly NBC Learn, which comes with our package, where I can go in and I can find short videos that are of interest to my students, and I can embed them very easily. And they have brief descriptions, but they also show the MLA style and APA style citations if students want to use them in their research. And I think it's a great feature. As you can see, it has a playlist, so I can keep a list of videos that I like to use and embed them in Blackboard when I want to do that. I'm going to go back. There we go. Blackboard, I think, is something that has a lot of value in my class. I think it helps my students to be more responsible learners. I think it helps them with their pacing. I think it helps them to figure out how to approach an assignment and take more responsibility for their learning. I hope you enjoyed our video tour, and I thank you.